Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Whatever time it is when you hear this message, I pray that you're poised to receive, to accept, and to respond to words of wisdom. Ashe. So last night in our dream incubation class, we had a really rich conversation. It revolved around the spirit of play, and particularly the spirit of play as a medium for spiritual connection, and as a medium through which we can experience transformation, and we can facilitate transformation for other people. And that sounds kind of far out now that I say it back, but it's kind of simple. It's just the idea that there's an experience that we all remember from childhood. There's a way of seeing the world as a child that it's more limitless. Your thinking is more open when you're a child, and also that's what allows you to play. That's what makes it so much fun, right? Because you really get into the game, whatever it is that you're doing. So you can essentially teach children anything if you can transform it into a game. And that's the basic idea, right? And so if you can, put the steps of transformation into a game, and or be playing the game as you go through the steps of transformation, then that's how it will go for you. And so that was our conversation, and perhaps that's what led me here to where I am right now, which is what I will call the middle heavens of Iwalewa. These are the middle heavens of Iwalewa. And Iwalewa was my summer camp. I ran a summer camp for a number of years here in Oakland. And every single day we would hike. And this is one of the trails that we would come on when we would hike. And I call it the middle heavens because there's kind of three main tiers, of the kind of the park areas that we would go to. One is kind of low level; it's in the city. This is the middle area that you can hike up to, and then there's one that's even further up. That's Joaquin Miller. Those are the upper heavens of Iwalewa. But good morning. What we would do here is we will play. Right? So here I am on the swing, and just reminiscing and recalling the great lessons that we learned in togetherness and self-determination, and personality as well. Playing games together, hiking this trail together, eating blackberries together, just really having fun. And that lesson is so pertinent right at this moment, because I realize a lesson that my mother, how it relates to a lesson that my mother used to teach me when I was young. She would say, I'd be telling her about something that's going on, I'm doing something, and she would say, son, wear it like a loose garment. Wear it like a loose garment. Right? That it looks good, it's there, it's covering you, but it's not restricting you, right? Don't let it tie you up. And so the spirit of play keeps you moving, it keeps you spontaneous, it keeps your mind and your heart flexible, so that you can continue to move and you can continue to grow, and you can, most importantly, you can continue to enjoy the fun of this experience in the third dimension. You have unlimited access to the bounty of creation. Even stored in your memory bank, you have access. But certainly in your waking everyday reality, if you can tap into that spirit, if you can recall that childlike joy and curiosity and sense of awe at everything that you're doing, then you're going to remain on the cusp of discovery, just like when you were 7, just like when you were 9, just like when you were 15. It's all in, or not all, but it's largely in your perspective and your ability to connect with that sense of curiosity and all that's within yourself. And I think this is one of the reasons why we love Obatala. Obatala was brought into this world, which he created. It's Obatala who shaped all this majesty that we see before us. But Obatala, he created all of this out of curiosity. He was in the upper heavens with Olodumare and the divinities, but he could hear something in the distance. And he wanted to know what it was, and so he went to ask Olodumare, what is that? If you want to know, you should go and find out. But before you do, go ask Oromila what you should do to prepare for the journey. And Obatala did. And so we know that the story goes, Obatala gathered up all the sacrificial items, and he used them to come to the earth and to settle it and form it and shape it like we know it today. But it taps us into the fact that this was all inspiration. This is all the manifestation of what happens when you are willing to follow your curiosity. As Joseph Campbell would say, follow your bliss. To pursue that thing that gives you butterflies in your stomach. This is what happens when you are awe-inspired and willing to be whatever it takes and manifest whatever it takes to fulfill that journey. And so I want to just encourage everyone, myself included, to keep that spirit of play alive within you. Keep that idea that if not anything is possible, at least many things are possible, and keep enjoying the journey until you feel like you've exhausted all of the possibilities. But keep it going. Be curious. Be as curious as you are ambitious. Yeah. And I believe that will make the journey of transformation that much more enjoyable and liberating. Abora boye, boshishe.